Good evening, everybody. I'm El Blanco, and this is another segment of Creators One News. This is the business segment that we do every 10 p.m. Eastern. Sometimes we start a little late, 15, normally around 10 to 15 minutes after, but so many other segments are going on. We have quite a few segments here with Creators One News, and I'm business anchor. So I'd like to remind all the followers who watch us on YouTube and those who Instagram. On that wall there, you see that we have our Instagram tag, which is Creators One with the number one news. So Creators One News. You can contact Miss Rocks if you ever want to do a joint project with us or you're trying to get some exposure. I would normally introduce you guys in another studio called the Blanco Business Buzz. And we have 30 minutes where we give that particular guest opportunity to say why they came into Rise, what they're trying to do, and how they're establishing themselves in the VR world. And then we have our website. Of course, we have a YouTube channel. Same thing as the Instagram, Creators One News with the number one. And then we have Creators One News spelled with ONE.com. Creators1News.com for the website where you can actually book us. We have a portal where you can book us individually for different things. Like last week, after my segment, I had another meeting. We took it to another world where I have an office and a conference room. And I do a little consulting here sometimes because a lot of people that do come here, they really come here to see who's talking about the crypto, the NFTs, and things like that. So, what I want to talk about tonight is I want to elaborate and, and extend some of the week because a lot of people are, um, I think they are, these political terms like recession, depression, and things like that. Um, they don't really know that the economy is in such a condition because the world is making a new change. They're going to a new order, a new world power, and all these things will involve, things like wars, and it's going to involve other countries, realigning themselves with other countries and getting off the dollar and all those things. So these things are really going to affect us in so many different ways. So I've heard them talk about rumors of it's going to be the middle class is going to go away and things like that. Well, a lot of that stuff is true, and it's not because they're rumors or people have an opinion. All you have to do is follow the world analysts, and all you have to do is just follow what's going on with where all the monetary shift, the monetary policy is going, and it's all going into emerging technologies, new technologies, and things like that. And because of everybody's deciding to, well, not everybody, but a large number of countries, nations are going with the BRICS. There will be a lot of people no longer using the United States dollar, and that's going to affect everything. So because of that, here are some. I pulled up some article, and this article was written in January of last year. And typically, they go with, if they had opportunity to research a year or 3 years ahead, it normally comes out that year. So this probably was information they researched up to 2003, and they was talking about in this article. And this article comes from the World Economic Forum. So we're not talking about biased information based on politics or whatever the case may be. This is a World Economic Forum getting in on it, and like with studies like the Brookings Institute, things like that. I follow the major tanks that's actually keeping up with the geopolitical on the opposed to just listening to different news that may or pull on the airwaves and others. So, but anyway, I'm gonna look at some of this and read some of this for you guys because and what made me decide to do this, I was looking at some reels, and this guy said he had an old list, and like if you guys shop on Amazon, you have a list that you typically buy, and you can buy it again, right? So this guy had a list of stuff he bought, and he just said, I wonder if I bought this same list, it cost him like, I forgot what it was, like $100 some, and he hit that list rebuy again, and it was like $400 some. It was four times. But since I didn't look at the full video, just a short, I didn't know how long ago that list was, how long it was before he made the first purchase for it to be four times that amount with the same items. But looking at this list here, I'm gonna be real quick about it and just give you some insights, right? And they're saying how much have prices increased, and this is a 2023 2023 article. So they're pointing to, matter of fact, I don't want to go into corn. I'm gonna put these glasses on to get look to the screen so I can see it clearer, so I can read the right information. Okay, so basically they said that food at elementary and secondary schools went up 201%, and and that 12 months. I think this thing was talking about since two. I guess it was talking about since 2022 because this is 2023 January. It said fuel oil, right? They use fuel for it. That went up 65.7%. So I want you to think about that school price for food, 254.1%, and that's elementary and secondary school food, right? And the fuel went up 65.7%. So what we need more than anything is oil, which is fuel. This is fuel oil. I guess they talk about oil that's made from fuel that's made from oil, because everything basically really used to production oil for most all our products. And then they said the eggs went up 49.1%. Now eggs has typically been one of the most cheapest foods you can get. To get your proteins, and it went up 49.1%. Airfare, it went up 36%. Butter and margarine went up 34.2%. Um, Flour and and the flour mixes went up 24.9. Public transportation went up 23.8. Um, Fats and oils that we cook with went up 21.8%. Rice, pasta, and cornmeal, something that's very abundant, right? Went up 16.8%. Um, Bread went up 15.7%. Coffee went up 14.6%. And coffee is very abundant. The world coffee beans come from everywhere. Poultry went up 13.1%. Energy went up 13.1%. Living room, kitchen, dining room furniture, that went up 10.3%. Gasoline itself went up 10.1%. And remember, that's 2023, so it probably went up a little bit more, but because I think gas is back at the national average is back at like $3 again. Fruits and vegetables went up 9.7%. Alcoholic beverages, amazingly, went up the lowest, 4.1%. Um, Apparel like clothing went up 3.6%. Beef went up, no, actually, beef and veal dropped 5.2%, and smartphones dropped by 23.4%. And now the article goes into a lot of stuff. I'm not going to go into the articles, but I just wanted to read those main ones, right? And because those things are going to skyrocket even more. They're going to go up higher based on the fact that as we move forward in the future, as we go forward to next year, when technology advances, because technology is continuing to advance, because we have nanotechnology now, and because we have AI now, we have AGI now. And if you think everything moved real fast and they started getting stuff done because they had AI, AGI is going to just skyrocket everything. And in this particular show, I've always told everybody get prepared for the Internet of Things. It's called IoT, a capital I, small o, capital T, the Internet of Things, and the Internet of Brain. That's when they want to. That's a technology they're working on to make us interact with the interface with the computer. So these headsets we have, y'all, these are just we're in beta stage still. We're the ones that are helping them test this VR out as they continue to make these products smaller and smaller until they can fit these things into contact lenses in your eyes. Everything that we're doing now will eventually be put into the smallest contact lenses in the eyes. And then after that, they got a thing that they've been working on called Neuralink. Neuralink, and Neuralink is going to be the way that we're just going to be able to connect, just like wireless energy and wireless charging and wireless everything. We'll be able to connect and communicate with the computer, the internet, and AI, and all those different things. So, um, so as everything moves forward, we're gonna have less need for human capital for people to work jobs, and technology is gonna replace a lot of things because technology is gonna make things so much more efficient. Um, like if you ever bought a house and you ever sat down at a closing table and signed 80 documents, and everybody at the closing table, this lawyer and that person's lawyer there, that person's lawyer there, the realtors there, the brokers there, the bankers are there. Everybody's there, and everybody want to get a check. Everybody from the people who put money up to the people who did the comparisons. Um, all that stuff will be streamlined. Like it won't be anything in the future, right? To actually invest in stock, um, like certain things you can't invest in right now because you're not considered an accredited investor or person who has at least $3 million assets. So they won't let people like us who don't have that kind of money participate in that kind of investment to make that kind of money. But when the blockchain comes, everything is going to be tokenized, digitized, and tokenized to the fact that you won't have to ever worry about buying a bunch of stock. You can buy tokens to stocks, and nothing stop you from doing it right then and right there. And it won't be no requirements, and you'll be able to do a lot of things. But what this is gonna do on the flip side is it's gonna make um, there are less businesses. It's gonna be more computerized, more robotics and things like that. Actually doing the productions and things like that, and it's gonna drive the cost up. So people like us who are here, we're here in this environment, and because we're here in this environment, this is the future. We're having fun, having a good time, but that's how they're breaking us in. Again, it's in here, bringing us off Facebook, bringing us off all these other platforms, and we're coming in here because corporations want to be able to have virtual. Well, they've been having them virtual meetings. The military want to have virtual meetings, and you don't have to spend $5,000 on one employee to send them to Europe just to do a deal. You don't have to have a person fly across the country, go 3,000 miles from New York to Cali or back to do a deal. You can do all this stuff virtually. So right now, what they're doing with us and the rest of the population, yeah, we're not corporate, we're not government, we're not military, things like that, but we're in here on this game platform, and it's the same thing. And so when we look around, I look around to see who's trying to, do business, who's trying to find themselves a niche to come in here and get a niche. I'm trying to see those people who are really paying attention to people who are already doing things and taking ideas. Because, you had people when I first came on, you had people like Matt Lowe, Flex Ties, them. Those guys had everything already set up. They had their business cards. They had everything. They had the discourse, everything set up from the beginning because they were familiar with the platform that we were on. Even though I came in here to my party, I didn't even have a clue at first. But now that I have a clue, we need to be always taking time to educate yourself by getting online and looking at podcasts that are specifically having real solid people that are in these fields, in these areas, instead of getting caught up in the people who are just trying to get you to join, follow them, and put money into this coin and put money into this platform. But the ones that are really talking about the development of these different techniques that are going to be the main things that's going to make society for the next 100 or so. So those are the things I just want to share, and that was 2023. You know, the food for the children is going up 2%, and everything is still going up. It's going to be worse when we have less, what you would call less imports coming in. Because if the United States is what they're really doing right now, the United States and China have been having basically like a Cold War. Um, Russia, United States is aggressing Russia as well because they're trying to keep these powers from all coming together, but it's too late. Russia, China, South America, um, India, who else? And yeah, they all formed the BRICS, and we got so many countries are now joining the BRICS, and they're no longer going to be trading in United States dollars. And if they're no longer trading in United States dollars, then what you're going to start seeing is you're going to start seeing less products coming over here, or if they are coming over here, it's going to the tariff and the taxes that's going to be able to be so high, it's going to drive the prices up for these goods. So as of right now, um, they just implemented it. They're automatically putting men and women in the selectors because all of these things they normally do every time there's a change in world powers. And when there's just a change in world powers, they're talking about how to control the economies, and that's what's going on. So I'd like to thank everybody for coming tonight. Remember, we do this every Monday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, and and you can always go to our website. Like I said, you can look at all the stuff we do on our website, and we do pretty much for people who want to have consultations, and you can book us all for different things that we do just by going to our websites and signing up. And like I said, you can contact Miss Rocks on the Instagram, Creators1News, which is spelled with the number one, and the website is ONE with Creators1News. So thank you for coming, and we all gonna take a picture, y'all, before we.